Today, we're taking a look at Brilliance AI and really setting up some presets that may be helpful for you as you're working through images and maybe want to apply a quick Brilliance AI with a very particular camera profile. Let's go ahead and jump into ON1 and I'll show you exactly how we're doing it. All right, so here we are inside of the computer with our image that we're going to be creating this preset from today. So the first thing that I'm going to do is just hit Brilliance AI and let it think itself through. This is going to set up a few different things on this particular image. First, it's going to do the tone and color. It's going to use the camera profile of ON1 standard. That's just default for all of ON1 Photo RAW's Brilliance AI. That's like just the default camera profile that it's always going to use. But it's also turning on no noise AI for me. And the reason for that is because if I hit Command and comma, when I activate Brilliance AI, I actually have anything that is an image of 3200 ISO or higher. I want Brilliance AI to turn on so that way it works out. And I got to this just by hitting Command and comma, which brings up your preferences. So if you're on a Windows, just go to your preferences window and then come all the way over to the far right where Brilliance AI is set up. And then you can kind of tune this to your own liking. That's also how I got this down to 65. So whenever I activate Brilliance AI, it just works out. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit OK because it's now been activated on my image and we can see that no noise AI is actually active. For those of you who are curious, you can also expand Brilliance AI here. You can see what the settings are on there, as well as down here where I have everything set to auto. So I have my white balance set to auto. I also have my no noise AI set to auto. I'll go deeper into the Brilliance AI settings in a later video, but just know that if these say auto as opposed to off, then that means it's going to apply a setting down here in either tone and color or in the noise and sharpening location. Now, the next step is to come into tone and color, and we're going to change the camera profile from ON1 standard to something that we actually want it to be. Now, if your camera profile is collapsed like this and you're not seeing that drop down, just go ahead and click on camera profile and then come over here to the profile drop down. And for today's purposes, I'm just going to use camera landscape.dcp. Now, I'm not going to go deep into all these profiles. Just know that you may not have the same DCP profiles as I do. This is just something so I make sure that it's very clear when I'm editing the image and applying this later. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. And now it's time to create the preset. And if you've never created a preset, it's really easy to do inside of ON1. All you have to do is click this little downward arrow in a rectangle, which is right underneath develop. When you click that, it's going to bring up this dialog box, and I'm just going to make this a little bit larger so it's easier to see. But the first thing is you got to give this preset a name. So I'm just going to go Brilliance AI -DCP landscape. And that's just helping me remember that I used a landscape camera profile. You can name this whatever you want. The second option is to select where you want to save your preset. For me, I always put everything into this FWP preset testing ground. But if I hit this drop down arrow, you can see it expands into a lot of different categories, some of which are built into ON1, such as color film and cold mount and all those. So if you want to save your preset in one of those folders, go for it. If not, create your own category up here at the top and then label it whatever you want. So it could be my Brilliance AI presets or something along those lines. Then we get into the meat and potatoes of really making sure that this preset is going to work for us. Now, for all intensive purposes, you can leave this just as it is if you really want to, because what's going to happen is the camera profile is selected under tone and color. We want to make sure Brilliance AI stays checked because this is the set of instructions that we're telling ON1 to enact every time we activate a profile, or I'm sorry, a preset. And if Brilliance AI isn't checked, then it's not going to activate Brilliance AI. Now, the way that I like to set my profiles up, or my presets, I keep saying profiles, is I like to turn off color and tone and then only select camera profile. That's going to give me this little half dot, which is kind of hard to see, but on your machine, if you're following along, you'll definitely be able to see that. You'll get a little half dot there. And what that's telling us is inside of this preset for color and tone, or this drop down category, we have some things turned off. And I turned off tone, color, and purity. The reason I do that is because Brilliance AI is going to manage those things for me. So instead of getting a negative, or I'm sorry, a 0.33 adjustment on every single image every time, I'm going to let Brilliance AI look at that image and modify it accordingly, and I'll get a different measurement. And that makes sense, right? So that's why I want to turn off everything else. Now, I need No Noise AI to stay turned on. And this is one of those challenging things where the preset kind of falls apart, because I do have Brilliance AI set the way that I want it to, but I need to leave it turned on if I want it to activate whenever I use this preset. So I'm going to leave it turned on, and then you just have to know that. So when you go editing your images, if you don't actually need noise reduction, then you just go and turn it off and after you've applied the preset. So just something, food for thought. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save. And now that that has saved, we're going to jump over to another photo. Here we are through some video editing magic. We are on a new photo, and you can see that this is very, very different. It's actually a little bit darker than the initial one. So let's go ahead and jump over to our preset and see how well it works on this particular image. So I'm going to scroll down over here, and I'm going to select FWP preset testing ground, which is the folder that I put our preset in. And then if I come over here to the top left, you can see that the very first preset is the one that we just built. And you can see how it is changing this image. I'm going to go ahead and click on it so it applies to the image overall. And you can see it's now rendering that No Noise AI, Brilliance AI is activating, like all the stuff that we had going on is happening to this image. But remember I told you that I wanted Brilliance AI to do its own calculations? Well, if we look over here at the tone and color, notice that this is at 0.5 instead of 0.33, like it was on the image that I created the preset for. So that was the reason for unchecking the tone and color, so we can have free range of letting ON1 Photo RAW kind of do its own thing. All right, so I'm seeing some noise in this image, so I want to know if No Noise AI is actually activated, which it looks like it tried to activate because it is selected, but it didn't actually render in the preview. So we're just going to go ahead and click on No Noise AI, and then that's going to make it activate. So that's one of the things you do have to pay attention to when you are working inside of ON1 Photo RAW in this method. Just make sure that all of the stuff that you want to have turned on actually turns on. Otherwise, you may not get the result that you're looking for. So now if we go ahead and zoom out, we'll let that re-render. No Noise AI is now being applied to the image. So we should see some of this noise go away, and everything should be great because this was shot at 1600. So I'll hit apply, and then we're good to go. And I guess that actually brings me to a really good point. The reason No Noise AI didn't turn on for this particular image is because it was underneath that 3200 threshold that I set in the preferences earlier. So that's something that you have to pay attention to. I did have No Noise checked in the preset, but it didn't actually activate on this particular image because the ISO threshold was too low. So that's the reason why no noise didn't turn on. This is why you want to know those things. So hopefully you found some value in today's video. If you did, smash the like button. If you want to pick up ON1 Photo RAW at a discounted price, ON1 is having a huge sale for their 20th anniversary. If you want to buy it, consider using the link in the description box below. It is an affiliate link. That means I make a small commission on anyone who uses it, but that's at no extra cost to you. It's a great way of supporting this channel, and I am super appreciative of anyone and everyone who uses it. If you got questions about ON1 Photo RAW, leave it in the comment section below, because I love to help people learn how to use the software, as it is one of my favorite pieces of photo editing software. And of course, if you want to learn how to use ON1 Photo RAW, there's two ways. You can sign up for a coaching call with me. Link for that is in the description box below. And you can also just keep watching videos that are popping up right here on YouTube. So until next time, I want you to stay inspired and keep creating. Peace.